Welcome to my channel. In this video, we will delve into Jane Austen's timeless novel, Pride and Prejudice, offering a comprehensive summary and an in-depth exploration of its themes, characters, and social commentary. Join us as we unravel the intricacies of Austen's masterpiece, providing nuanced insights that enhance your understanding and appreciation of this beloved literary classic. About the author, Jane Austen. Born December 16, 1775, in Steventon, Hampshire, England. Died July 18, 1817, in Winchester, England. Occupation: novelist. Jane Austen was an English novelist known for her keen observations of social manners and relationships. Her works primarily focus on issues of marriage, social class, and individual development. Austen was not widely recognized in her lifetime, but her reputation grew posthumously, and today she is considered one of the greatest writers in English literature. Some of her most famous works include Sense and Sensibility, Emma, Mansfield Park, and Persuasion. About the novel. Written date: 1796 to 1797. Originally titled First Impressions. Publication date: January 28, 1813. Pride and Prejudice, written by Jane Austen, is one of her most beloved works. Known for its rich character development, witty dialogue, and social commentary. Setting: the novel is set in the early 19th century in rural England, primarily in the counties of Hertfordshire and Derbyshire. The locations, such as Longbourn, the Bennet family home, Pemberley, Mr. Darcy's estate, and Meryton, the local town, provide a backdrop for the social interactions and events that unfold throughout the story. Tone: the tone of Pride and Prejudice is both satirical and ironic, yet full of warmth and humor. Austen uses wit to critique the social structures and the attitudes toward marriage and class, while also portraying the growth and development of her characters, particularly Elizabeth Bennet. Themes: marriage and relationships. The novel explores the institution of marriage, with a particular focus on the various reasons characters seek marriage. For example, love, security, social advancement. The relationships of Elizabeth and Darcy, Jane and Bingley, and Charlotte and Mr. Collins are central to this theme. Social class and hierarchy. Austen critiques the rigid social classes of the time and how these affect relationships and choices. The class divisions play a significant role in the characters' interactions, with the tension between social expectations and personal desires at the heart of many conflicts. Pride and Prejudice. The title reflects the key traits that shape the relationship between Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy. Elizabeth's initial prejudice against Darcy, due to his arrogance, and Darcy's pride regarding his social status, both hinder their potential relationship. Their personal growth is shown in how they both overcome these flaws. Individual growth. Both Elizabeth and Darcy undergo significant personal transformations. The novel demonstrates the importance of self-awareness, humility, and open-mindedness in relationships. Main characters. Elizabeth Bennet. The novel's protagonist. Elizabeth is intelligent, witty, and independent. She values personal integrity and is highly perceptive of the world around her. But her pride and prejudice lead her to judge others prematurely. Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy. Initially seen as proud and aloof, Darcy is a wealthy, reserved gentleman who struggles with his feelings for Elizabeth due to her lower social standing. He evolves throughout the novel as he recognizes his own flaws and becomes more empathetic. Jane Bennet. Elizabeth's older sister, who is serene, beautiful, and gentle. Jane is often seen as too trusting and is a foil to Elizabeth's more independent and assertive nature. Mr. Bingley. A wealthy and affable gentleman who falls in love with Jane. His initial indecision about marriage influenced by Darcy's opinion, serves as a subplot in the novel. Lydia Bennet, the youngest Bennet sister, who is flirtatious, impulsive, and reckless. Lydia's behavior causes significant family tension. Mr. Bennet, the sarcastic and detached father of the Bennet family, who is often seen as a passive observer to the antics of his wife and daughters. Mrs. Bennet, the anxious and frivolous mother, obsessed with marrying off her daughters to wealthy suitors. Mr. Collins, a pompous, obsequious clergyman who is heir to the Bennet family estate. He proposes to Elizabeth but marries her friend Charlotte Lucas instead. Charlotte Lucas, Elizabeth's pragmatic and sensible friend who marries Mr. Collins for security rather than love. Summary: Pride and Prejudice follows the relationship between Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy. Beginning with their first meeting at a ball, Darcy initially dismisses Elizabeth as tolerable but not handsome enough to tempt me, and Elizabeth judges Darcy as arrogant and prideful. However, as the story unfolds, Elizabeth's prejudice against Darcy and Darcy's pride about his social standing are challenged. Elizabeth is initially drawn to the charming and amiable Mr. Wickham, but as the story progresses, she learns of his true character, and Darcy's intervention leads to the resolution of a scandal involving Wickham. Meanwhile, Darcy falls deeply in love with Elizabeth, despite the difference in their social standing. The relationship between Elizabeth and Darcy is tested by misunderstandings, personal growth, and the characters' changing perceptions of one another. Elizabeth's evolving feelings towards Darcy reveal how pride and prejudice are essential obstacles in both personal development and romantic relationships. The novel ends with Elizabeth and Darcy marrying, symbolizing the triumph of love, mutual respect, and understanding over class, prejudice, and pride. Analysis: Pride and Prejudice is often regarded as a pioneering work in the genre of romantic fiction, but it is also a sharp social commentary. Through characters like Mr. Collins and Mrs. Bennet, Austen critiques the absurdity of societal norms that prioritize wealth and status over genuine emotional connection. The novel's exploration of marriage is more complex than simply a love story. Austen illustrates how marriage was often a financial necessity, especially for women who had little access to education or career options. However, it is through Elizabeth and Darcy's developing relationship that Austen explores the possibility of marriage founded on mutual respect and emotional connection. The personal transformations of Elizabeth and Darcy, who both overcome their initial flaws, make them idealized characters of virtue. While the novel provides a romantic conclusion, it also suggests that true love requires maturity, growth, and understanding, making Pride and Prejudice both a romance and a moral tale. I hope you've understand this lecture. If you have any queries, let me know in the comment section, and do share it with your friends.